Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a Transfer Tuesday, which is where I go and detail all of our decreases in debt and increases in investments and savings. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned. So this Transfer Tuesday was inspired by Penny's Not Perfection. If you haven't seen her videos before, she does a great job detailing out her family's financial experience, and they actually just paid off all of their debts other than their mortgage, which is so incredibly exciting. And so in her Transfer Tuesday videos, she goes through and details all the little financial moves that her family's making every single week in order to become debt-free and also to invest for retirement and for future expenses. So that's what we'll be doing here today as well. The first thing I want to talk about is some of the financial wins that we've had this week. The first being that we have received our check from our FSA, which is our flexible savings account. What that is that's pre-tax money that my husband contributes with his paycheck to save up for childcare expenses that we have throughout the year. So as we pay for our daughter's daycare, we're able to provide a receipt to our FSA, and they reimburse us that money back with our pre-tax money that we've already saved up. So we did receive that check this week, which was $1,756.60. The next win was we did receive our stimulus check, which was $1,200 total. We do have 3 people in our family, my husband, myself, and then our daughter, but our daughter was born in 2020, so since the IRS goes off of your 2019 tax returns and we did not have a dependent at that time, we didn't receive any stimulus money for her, but we are expecting to receive that in April when we file our taxes. With all that extra money, we were able to put quite a lot of money away in our different savings. The first money move that we made was we did transfer $300 to our school sinking fund. I am going back to school this year to complete an MBA, which is a Master's of Business Administration, and I am hoping to cash flow that process. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that I had a few unexpected school expenses come up detailed out in my weekly budget check-in video. I will put that in the eye above for you if you're interested in checking that out. But we did want to put a little bit more money into that fund since we took a little bit out, so we went ahead and made that $300 transfer. The next money move that we made was putting more money into our savings for our taxes. So if you've seen some of my other videos, I previously was estimating that our taxes would be right around $10,886 in 2021 for our 2020 tax season. After kind of going through those numbers a little bit better, with a little bit more of a keener eye and some help from using the TurboTax refund estimator, I realized that when I originally came up with that number, I knew to factor in all of our deductions that we take pre-tax through our different employers, and I knew like our 401k money, we wouldn't have to pay tax on that. But when I was calculating our taxable income, I forgot to incorporate using the standard deduction, which for our family filing married jointly was $24,800. So I've actually recalculated that amount that we'll most likely owe in taxes to be a little bit closer to $5,558.43. And so I do plan on making a video kind of detailing out how we came upon that exact number after kind of combing through it a little bit more clearly. But now I've adjusted our savings goal for taxes to be closer to $6,000, which is still more than what we're estimating we'll actually owe the IRS in April. And until we actually know what that tax bill is going to look like, hopefully in the end of February, we're gonna go with $6,000 up until then. So this week, we were able to transfer $2,200 into that taxes sinking fund, which actually brings us up to $4,762 in that sinking fund. So we made a really great dent so far this year. We were hoping to have about $4,112 in that sinking fund, and now we actually have more than that by over $500. So we definitely have made some really good money moves this week. I also wanted to take the opportunity to talk a little bit about one of our 2021 financial goals that we're working on this month, that being the refinancing of at least one of our mortgages. Now, we do have 2 homes and 2 mortgages. One we live in and one is a rental property. And the rental property we currently owe right around $117,000 on, and it's at a 4.25 interest rate. We were hoping to refinance that mortgage, hopefully to save on interest, or because we know we'll have to be purchasing a new roof for that house relatively soon, we were hoping to maybe use that money to buy that new roof before we needed it, so that we didn't have to have that financial burden come up and try and potentially have to take out more debt to pay for that. I filled out 2 applications, one with our local credit union and then one with Quicken Loans. Quicken Loans did get back to me faster, and after talking with them, they didn't think it was really worth it to go through the hassle of refinancing that mortgage, because they didn't think we'd actually reap that much of a financial benefit if we did just refinance to decrease the interest rate, and they didn't think we'd be able to pull money out of that house because we're not really sure how much it'll appraise for, because it is a duplex. After that call, they actually called me back the next day saying that they thought that we had denied their quote to us, but they hadn't even gotten us a quote. It was very bizarre, but that person, who was different than the first person, said that he was going to look into it a little bit more for us. So we are waiting to hear back on that. But as of right now, it sounds like we might not actually be trying to refinance a mortgage this year, but we will see. If you have made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. And I would encourage you to consider subscribing to hear more about our financial journey. And if you've enjoyed this Transfer Tuesday, please give it a like. Thank you so much. Bye.